Hello, it is Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's time for a midweek, mid-difficulty themed crossword, a Wednesday crossword. And we'll solve it normally today. And this Wednesday crossword comes to us, this Wednesday edition of the Daily Solve, I should say, comes to us courtesy of Matthew Drake, Spriggs, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, keep this channel going and sustain this series, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to them and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons, and for benefactors, like those I've just mentioned, the official Let's Check the Crosses mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the Patreon campaign. And thanks as well if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, which is a big help. And finally, there's that Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. All right, with that all having been said, let's get on to today's crossword by Joe Deeney, who's constructed a couple of dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It's a Wednesday crossword. It will have a theme, midweek, mid-difficulty, we'll see. And it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. All right, destination of a walk. Not sure, actually, what that would be. Terriff. I assume that's terrific. So fab, maybe? I'm trying to think of another word that would be a contracted version of a word that means great. Let's try that and see. Destination of a walk. The altar? Walking down the aisle? I'm trying to think what this could mean other than simply just walking somewhere. I'm not sure. What one may go by? An alias? You know, if you go by another name? Not well. If you're not well, you're ill. Okay, this is looking okay so far. 2016 Olympics host city, familiarly. Was that Rio de Janeiro, perhaps? That probably was the case. That sounds right. So destination of a walk. What? I don't know what that is, sorry. Biological bags are probably sacks, anatomically. And then orally, so first this looks like, in baseball. Right, okay, you're a batter and you walk, you go to first base. Okay, fair enough. So orally admonished, right. This is tisked or chided someone in that nonverbal way. Okay, so film mega hit is a blockbuster, and that's related to our theme somehow, we think, because it's also highlighting this answer down there, which is most likely the theme revealer, but we'll find out. Start to rouse. If you stir, you start to sort of wake up. You start to be roused out of bed or sleep. Something good for an angler, bad for a dog trainer. A bite would be good for an angler, someone who's fishing, but it would be bad to be bitten as a dog trainer. Put on as a play would be to stage a play. And French pointillism pioneer. Seurat, maybe? Let's see if that works. Command to attack. Yeah, if you command a dog to attack, to maybe bite someone, you might say, sick 'em. Get 'em. I don't actually know what the etymology of sick in that context is, but anyway, that's the phrase, I suspect. Word frequently edited to insert or remove an apostrophe. It's, often incorrectly punctuated. So let's see, little darling. A cutie pie, maybe? Yeah, that works. Idyllic spot, Eden. The Garden of Eden is sort of famous, the kind of prototypical idyllic spot. Synergy-seeking move, a merger. Two companies might merge to, realize their synergistic potential, perhaps. Musician's exercise is an étude, which, literally means study in French. So a piece designed for a musician to practice and study. Dewy-eyed heroine. I don't know who this is referring to. Dewy-eyed heroine, Ingrid or something? I don't know. It's not right, but I don't know the answer. Okay, Into the Wild actor Hirsch. Emil Hirsch is an actor, so that... Have I seen Into the Wild? I don't think I have. Angsty music genre. Oh, emo. At one point, I was referring to this as the official rock subgenre of the New York Times crossword, but it's been I would say, less frequently. It's appeared less frequently recently, but there it is. Okay, so terrible czar. Ivan the Second or something, maybe? Let's see. Programming conditionals are ifs. Be in it to win it. To be in it to win it is to vie for the lead. So it is going to be Ivan, which I thought, Ivan the Terrible. But is it the second or the fourth? My guess is the second. Let's see. Does that work with this? Wide-reaching green light. I don't know. I'm going to leave that for now because I'm not certain. Okay, old hoops organization. So this would be a basketball. It could be something like the American Basketball Association or something, which presumably was supplanted by the NBA, maybe. That would be my guess, but let's see. Bone below the femur, the fibula in the leg bone there. Anago to a sushi chef. Sea eel, I guess, probably. Oh, okay. Dewy-eyed heroine. I thought this was going to be referring to a specific character from literature or something, but it isn't. It's generally speaking an ingenue. So there we go. Okay. So that's the answer. And then anago is sea eel, in Japanese, of course. And then terrible czar is right. We still don't know. Wide-reaching green light. Oh, something approval. It is Ivan the Fourth. I was wrong with my incorrect recollection there. Okay, so something blanket approval. So, right, block, blanket. What could be going on with this theme? They will start with B, but that's not much. Okay, we'll keep going. Chemistry lab hookups are what? Gas taps, maybe? Something like that? I'm not sure. Singer with the 2016 #1 hit Cheap Thrills. This must be Sia, who comes up occasionally in the crossword. This is what you might expect. Par, you might expect to sort of get a certain score, the par score. You might be right. Small British hunting dog. Some kind of terrier. There are many different terriers. I don't know what this one is offhand. But let's look at these. Enter hurriedly, to rush in or something? Rush into, maybe? Yeah, you rush into a room. You enter it hurriedly. That sounds right. Football stat abbreviation could be what? Interceptions, maybe? Could be. Most of the blank in this world is done by people with good intentions. T.S. Eliot. Most of the evil in this world is done by people with good intentions. I mean, a very similar idea to the notion that the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Costa Rica, there we go. So, Wile E. Coyote's undoing frequently. Oh, an anvil. Oh, this isn't rush into. Right, okay, well, Wile E. Coyote in the Roadrunner cartoons is often crushed by an anvil, often one that he himself plants. So part of a trip could be LSD, the psychotropic drug, so it's a trip in that sense rather than a voyage. Well, rather than a physical voyage, I guess. Streamer's annoyance is lag. Oh, this isn't Ellis. No, I was wrong about that. Part of a trip. Wow, I really thought that would be LSD, but it isn't. What is it? Part of a trip. The leg of a trip. Yeah, it is a physical voyage. There we go. All right. Okay, so to enter hurriedly is to... I still don't know the answer. Okay. Together. You do something together. You do it as one. Race into, maybe, is enter hurriedly. This looks like practice, doesn't it? Sluggers, pregame warm-up, batting practice. So they do all start with B. Blockbuster, blanket approval, batting practice. Block, blanket, batting. Do those mean anything? Block, blank, bat. I don't know. Okay, suffix with north or south. Northern, southern. Entertaining lavishly. You could be regaling somebody, entertaining them lavishly. Small British hunting dog is, border terrier, right, which I think that'll be what probably the Welsh-English border, I think is the border that refers to. But someone correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, neighbor of Sweden would be Norway, and they're both abbreviated as indicated by the abbreviation of Sweden. Birch bark, e.g., a canoe probably? Canoe probably made out of birch bark, maybe is what that refers to. I think that is a canoe, and I think that might be why. Peacock's parent, right, so peacock is one of the the infinite, television streaming services that now exist, and it's the one associated with NBC, the U.S. broadcast network. So Foreign Policy Advisory Group is probably the National Security Council in the U.S., and then a big chunk of something is a slab of it. Whoops. This looks odd. Baseballer Robinson, oh, okay, well, it's a name, so maybe that's right. Robinson Cano probably. I don't recognize that name, but that's not a big surprise, so I have to just hope that that's right. I think baseballers must be the longest standing kind of standby for crossword clues, because I suspect that all the way back to the New York Times first crossword puzzle, I bet they were using baseball players all the way back then. Anyway, end-of-level enemies in video games are bosses. World capital said to have been founded by King Midas. Is it Athens? No, surely not. It wouldn't be Athens. King Midas, what would it be? In 6 letters. Ankara? Live. Or live. Oh, no, yeah, it's live. It's on air. It's like television. Okay. World capital said to have been founded by King Midas. One-time place to shop while high. Oh, it's Sky Mall. It's the catalog that there used to be in the tray in the back of airline seats, where you could, I guess, I don't know, what would you do? Would you place an order with a flight attendant? I actually don't really know how that worked now that I think about it. But yeah, there was a sort of mail order catalog on planes. Anyway, maybe this is Ankara. Oh, that's good if so. Didn't play. You sat on the sidelines. Shake It Off singer to fans. Oh, Tay-Tay, Taylor Swift. Yeah. History class section is an era of history, okay. And then utter is to say something. Yeah, it is Ankara. I'm pleased with myself about that. Residents of Basra are Iraqis. So, okay, so here we finally hit our theme revealer. So what is this? Social sewing event, a quilting bee, and a hint to the starts of 1729, 34, and 44 across. Quilting bee. I get quilting is blanket. Oh, I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand this. What does that mean? Sorry. I don't know what this is. Block, blanket, border, batting, quilting, bee. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't quite understand this theme. Someone will have to let me know in the comments. Is batting, is that something to do with this sort of stitching pattern or something? That sounds kind of familiar. Border, I mean, you'd have a border of the quilt block. I guess a quilt is sort of made up of different squares, different blocks maybe. I don't know. Is that what's going on there? I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong about that. Sorry. Someone will have to fill me in. I apologize. But anyway, we'll have to just finish the puzzle. Ways to go are routes. Years in Latin are anni. There we go, the plural. Syllabus section would be a unit in a class educational schedule. Week ending exclamation is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Factor in club selection is lay. Is this, or lie in golf? Is that what it's referring to? You're picking a golf club based on the kind of lie of the ball? It could be. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it does work, because a naval type, your belly button, is an innie or an outie. And then nutrition bar brand with a moon in its logo is Luna or Loon, I guess. I don't know this nutrition bar brand, but obviously that means moon. So wise ones are sages. There we go. Okay, so it's Luna. To connect with is to tie to. You connect something with something else, you tie it to it. Is that it? Somme, summer. So that's été. So that's just summer in French. So Somme is just a place name being used to indicate a language. And then ages and ages is an eon, long time. In many cases is often, and then Want to bet? Someone might ask in a common phrase. Okay, so I think this is all right. It is. All right, that was the Wednesday crossword with a theme that I'm sure makes complete sense, but that I don't quite understand in all respects. I mean, quite obviously, the B bit is referring to these words starting with B, and quilting, I think, must just have to do with the subject matter of these words. They must be relevant words to quilting, even though the only one I can conclusively, obviously see is blanket. But I think these all must be that. But yeah, there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. I await an explanation of what I'm quite obviously missing. So there we have it. That was the Wednesday crossword. It felt pretty approachable, other than that to me. I mean, as a puzzle, it seemed reasonably solvable for a Wednesday. But let me know how you fared with that element as well. And I'll be back tomorrow when the theme will get a bit more complex, possibly on Thursday. It tends to be what happens. So do join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.